standing ovation.
He beat the feds.
Because he beat the feds.
When Sean Diddy Combs walked into that courtroom, he wasn't the flashy, confident mogul we've come to know from red carpets and music videos. He looked controlled, calm and touchable even. But that changed the moment one name came up, 50 Cent. The air shifted, his demeanor tensed, his jaw locked. The moment Curtis 50 Cent Jackson's name was spoken, Diddy's entire posture changed. You could feel it like the temperature in the room dropped 10 degrees. For years, they were rivals. But this wasn't about diss tracks or business beefs anymore. This was deeper, messier, and potentially explosive. Capricorn Clark, Diddy's former assistant who eventually became the head of marketing for his Sean John clothing brand, took the stand. Her testimony was more than just insight into the day-to-day life of a mogul. It painted a picture of intimidation, fear, and control. She spoke about being kidnapped by Diddy in 2011 and taken to Central Park at night, where he warned her, "If anything happened, I would have to kill you." That moment set the tone for what was to come. But what really shook the room was what she revealed about a quiet elevator conversation, one involving 50 Cent. According to Clark, after an MTV event featuring both Diddy and 50 Cent, the two men never directly confronted each other, but the tension followed them into the elevator. There, Diddy allegedly turned to Chris Lighty, who was managing both artists at the time, and said coldly, "I don't like all the back and forth. I like guns." The courtroom fell into silence. A statement like that doesn't just sound like a passing comment. It sounds like a warning. Like a threat. And from someone with a well-documented temper and a growing list of accusers, it didn't go unnoticed by the jury. 50 Cent didn't need to speak loudly when he appeared in court later that week. He didn't need to dress for drama or make any bold claims. He walked in sharp, collected, with folders full of documents, records, phone logs, and what insiders described as evidence that could shake the case wide open. He didn't even look Diddy's way. But he didn't have to. Everyone in the room knew what his presence meant. This wasn't just a man watching his rival fall, it was a man pushing the final domino. Observers say Diddy looked shaken. For the first time, the empire he built didn't look so stable. He tapped his fingers on the desk, whispered furiously to his legal team, and avoided eye contact. And when 50's files hit the judge's bench, his lawyers jumped into action, objecting, delaying, doing whatever they could to stop the wave. But the damage had already been done. Whatever 50 brought with him, it sent a clear message. This wasn't just courtroom theater, this was war. But the rivalry between 50 Cent and Diddy isn't new. It dates back nearly 2 decades. From diss tracks accusing Diddy of knowing who killed Biggie Smalls to wild accusations that Diddy orchestrated the murder of Tupac Shakur, 50 has never held back. He once posted, "Damn, so Pac got lined by Brother Love. Time to lawyer up." And if that wasn't bold enough, during the federal raid of Diddy's Miami mansion, 50 tweeted, "Now it's not Diddy did it, it's Diddy done." Then he dropped a link to his Geonit clothing line right underneath. 50 Cent has always danced on the edge of petty and powerful. But this time, he wasn't just trolling. He was building a case. And when you've got a courtroom, a judge, and a man like Diddy on trial for racketeering, sex trafficking, and the transportation of women for prostitution, this is no longer entertainment. It's real life. It's real prison time. And that's what 50 has always claimed to be about. The truth. The gritty, unfiltered truth that gets buried under glitz and glamour. He's been vocal about refusing to attend Diddy's now infamous parties, claiming the vibe was always off. He once asked to take me shopping. 50 said in an interview, "That was weird. That's something a man says to a woman." It was moments like that, he explained, that made him stay far away from Diddy's inner circle. "I've been staying out of that stuff for years," he added. "There's just uncomfortable energy connected to it. Even after the video of Diddy assaulting his former girlfriend Cassie surfaced something she had long alleged in court. Documents 50 didn't hold back. First he denied it, then the tape came out. He said, "That means everything that man says is a lie." Diddy issued an apology, yes, but he didn't mention Cassie by name. And that's likely because he's legally not allowed to. Still, the damage to his reputation was irreparable. 50 Cent has also teased a docu-series on Diddy's downfall. And unlike others in the music industry who remained silent, 50 kept pushing. "I'm the only one from hip-hop culture that's produced," he said proudly. "I'm not scared to tell the story because I've lived it." And if you ask insiders, they'll tell you this isn't just about proving a point. It's about exposing the rot. The quiet, hidden abuse. The manipulation. The exploitation of artists, assistants, and partners. 50 Cent knows the business. He knows the history. And most of all, he knows the receipts. That's what makes him dangerous. So when he stepped into that courtroom, it wasn't for clout. It wasn't for revenge. It was about finishing what he started years ago. The courtroom may still be in session. The trial may stretch on for weeks. But one thing's for sure, Diddy's no longer in control of the narrative, and 50 Cent. He's holding the pen.